the society, interests of humanism, human consideration, the custodians of the society permitted polygamy. It was not against. Now it is not morality because the ratio is equal, 50-50. So, morality is a code of conduct prescribed by the custodians of society for establishing humanistic relations. Human means concern. Human means compassion. Human means consideration. Human means fellow feeling. All are beings. Rat is being, cat is being, dog is being, man or woman is also a being. But we are given an adjective, an epithet. We are rational beings. We think. We are social beings, live in groups. We are human beings. We have a heart. Heart of feeling, heart of kindness, heart of fellow feeling. That is humanism. How is this humanism taken as the major factor in all our books? Everything is based on humanism. Swami Vivekananda was described as a militant monk. He was a patriotic monk. He was a powerful orator, a great spiritual giant. All these are periphery, superficial, on the surface. The core Vivekananda is humanist. On the 11th of September 1893, when he spoke at the Parliament of Religions, when he addressed the gathering sisters and brothers of America, he was applauded. He became a global personality. He was given posh lodgings. The citizens, senior citizens of Chicago, the great speakers of Chicago, ministers of Chicago, business magnates of Chicago went to his apartment to shower encomiums, to give him gifts, to praise him. By the time they all left, it was about 11 o'clock in the night. They brought various types of gifts and also foods. The man was tired. The previous day he was tired, exhausted, no food, no sleep. He came from Boston. God's grace, he got the opportunity. If I am to be in the place of Swami Vivekananda, I will rush to the food, eat and take rest. Swamiji was wakeful till 11:30 in the night on the 11th of September. All the visitors have left. He should have rushed to the food. And after food, he should have rushed to the cushions to sleep. No. He wept. He looked at the food. He looked at the luxurious room and the cushions where he should sleep. When thousands and thousands of fellow human beings in India are suffering for want of food and shelter and clothing, what right do I have to enjoy this pleasure? He did not sleep. He did not eat. He rolled on the floor and profusely shed tears, saying, "Him I call a Mahatma, whose heart bleeds for the poor." Same mouth, same mind, same person composed the second sentence. Him I call a Duratma. Him I call a traitor. Him I call a scoundrel, who having been educated at the cost of millions and millions of poor people, does not think of them, does not live for them, does not love them. This is humanism. Nobody has a right to sleep if thousands of people are starving in the streets. You have no right to eat the luxurious food without giving it to the people who are less privileged. This is humanism. In the most modern times, we have Swami Vivekananda as a human person. We are called human beings because we have a heart. And this heart, the essential aspect of the heart is to feel for others, have consideration for others. And how is this humanism to be established? How is this to be maintained? And for that, we have the wonderful two epics, Ramayana and Mahabharata. In both the things, we find Sri Ramachandra Prabhu saying, declaring, asserting, Abhayam dadami sarva bhuteshu etat vratam mama. I am born, I grow up, I live to do one thing. Whoever is in fear, whoever is starving, whoever is in difficulty, my duty is to go to him, save him, protect him, feed him. Abhayam dadami. Fearlessness I have to give. And Sri Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, as you are all aware, he says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam. This is humanism. Whether it is Rama or Krishna, we find them to be superhuman personalities because they have taken care of this society. And to do that activity of humanism, you require a catalyst. Catalyst is a chemical transformation, a quick transformation from one to the other, from the lower to the higher. This catalyst plays double role. One is a positive role, the other is a negative role. Two catalysts. You find in our Puranas, in our epics, one particular character, Narada Maharshi. There is no book without Narada. There is no Purana without Narada. In Satya Yuga you find Narada. In Treta Yuga you find Narada. In Dwapara Yuga you find Narada. And in Kali Yuga also we find him, but he is invisible. What is this Narada? He plays the role of a catalyst to make us understand what is this catalyst. I give an example. We have milk. Milk can be positively developed. Milk can be negatively destroyed. To improve the milk, add a drop of buttermilk. It becomes curd. It becomes butter. It becomes ghee. This is the positive growth. What is that catalyst? Drop of buttermilk. The whole pot of milk gets curded, becomes tasty, becomes ghee, simply because there is the catalyst to bring in a chemical transformation in the milk. This is called catalyst. Just as in milk there is a positive change, there is a negative change also. A speck of salt, a drop of milk, buttermilk makes it curd, butter and ghee. And a speck of salt in the same pot of milk will spoil it, will ruin it, will destroy it. And who is that negative catalyst in society today? Who is that positive catalyst today? Positive catalyst is a teacher, acharya, upadhyaya, adhyapaka, educator. I don't equate teacher with educator. Educator is different. A teacher may be a person to make the subject simple, to make the subject clear, to make this subject understandable. An educator is a person who gives values, who gives morality, who gives food, shelter, everything. This organization, Disha, is not a teacher's organization. It's an educator's organization. We want this society to be better, society to be richer, society to be purer, society to be more human. This way it is called Disha, direction is given to mankind. An educator lives and propagates the values for which he has lived. This is your catalyst. Negative catalyst, you may ask, who is he, sir? Politician. On one side you have teachers, on another side you have politicians. A technocrat, a scientist, an engineer, a doctor, all are professionals. Show me a single profession where there is no politics. Anywhere. Even in our houses, domestic politics. If there are two people, there are three politics. And this politics, what does it do? It fishes in the troubled waters. I get votes if people are divided. I am the best cheater, deceiving the people. Now, in the Puranas, Purana is Pura Api Navam Iti Puranam. Though it is old, it is applicable to the present. Navam, it is modern. The essence of it, the message of it, the meaning of it is applicable to the present age. That's called a Purana. This is the story, this is the history, how it happened. That is Itihasam. In both, you deal with the catalysts. Catalysts are the people who quicken the transformation. We are changing either to the worse or to the better. If you are a bad person, you are likely to become worse. If you are a good person, you are likely to become better. For becoming better, for becoming worse, there must be a chemical substance to get the curd to become better, to get it spoiled to become worse. Both require a catalyst. A speck of salt is a catalyst here. A drop of buttermilk is the catalyst there. In society today, like that, there are men or women. Either you call them educators or politicians. Disha is an organization playing the role of a catalyst to make the good people better. And Sri Krishna goes a step further. It is not enough if you change the people to the better position, but you have to kill the unwanted, weed out the unwanted. In your yoga, Yamanema, Asana, Pranaya, Pratyahara and Dharana. Pratyahara is to eliminate the unwanted. Dharana is to absorb, promote, assimilate, develop the required. When you go to the dining table, when the food is served, there is wanted material, there is unwanted material. For example, you have chilies. You sit at the dining table, remove the chili, eliminate the unwanted. Take what is required. The catalyst does two purposes. Eliminate the unwanted, assimilate the wanted. And I told the famous example of Narada Maharshi, and I give an illustration. Kamsa is a bad man. When you say Rakshasa, Rakshasas are not somewhere with the horns. In the family of Devaki Devi, her brother is a Rakshasa, Kamsa. Her husband is a Manava, Vasudeva. Her son is a Deva, Krishna. In the same family of Devaki Devi, one is a demon, another is divine, yet another is human. All the three are available in the same house. They are not because of their external appearances, it is in their quality. You find human, superhuman, subhuman, and inhuman. Rakshasas are inhuman. Devas are superhuman. We are all human. And buffaloes, dogs, etc., they are subhuman. We have to, all the four, we have to raise. From the subhuman, we have come to be human, and we have to raise to be superhuman. And that catalyst agent is Narada. I give a small example of his catalyst purpose role. This comes up as a rogue, a demon. And it was foretold that his sister's son would kill him. He got angry. He got irritated. He got upset. Held his sister by hair. Pulled her. Drew his sword to behead her. Then Devaki Devi's husband Vasudeva pleaded with Kamsa. My dear Kamsa, the Ashariravani says, 8th child. Why do you kill your own sister? Please desist. Stop. I shall bring all the children to you. He is a Satyavan, Satyavrata. Vasudeva was a great person who keeps the truth. Sri Krishna told once, why have you become the son of Vasudeva? And Krishna said, because he speaks truth. And Sri Ramachandra Prabhu, because Dasharatha is a Satyavrata. Sri Ramakrishna, because Ramakrishna's father was a Satyavrata. If we want Rama and Krishna to be burned in our houses, we should observe truth. If truth is observed by the parents, God will be born as our son. And this Kamsa was given the promise by this Vasudeva that he would bring all the children one after the other as soon as they were born. Kamsa felt, okay, why should I kill my own sister, he thought. He had faith in his brother-in-law and he spared them. First child was born. Vasudeva brought just born baby to be killed by Kamsa as he promised. Kamsa looked at the baby. My dear Vasudeva, I am not that inhuman. I am after all the maternal uncle of this baby. Take it back. After all, 8th child only will be my enemy. Why should I kill this child? Take it, take it, take it. One after the other, 4 or 5 children, 7 children were given back by Kamsa. Then Narada went to Kamsa. Catalyst. I am trying to bring a catalyst. My dear Kamsa, yes, Maharshiji, Asharirivani said 8th child will be killing you. Now, who is the 8th child? How do you count? From the first, from the last, from the middle, among boys, among daughters? How do you calculate? Suppose Devaki has 16 children or 10 children. Who is the 8th? Is it among boys? Is it among girls? Is it from the first? Is it from the last? Kamsa got confused. Maharshiji, what is it you want me to do? Don't be a fool, kill all the fellows. Narada's idea. Why did he do it? His papam should ripen. His wickedness should ripen. He should reach the state of deserving the absolute punishment unless his papam gets multiplied. That's what our politicians are all doing. The sin should accumulate They should be given punishment. For that, the crime should be sufficiently large. Narada played the role of a catalyst to enhance the increase of the papam, sin. And Kamsa went to the chamber of Vasudeva, killed all the fellows. This is a catalyst. In the Ramayana, you have both positive catalyst and the negative catalyst. How do you find the positive catalyst? Dasharatha Maharaj, before marriage, before getting the children, was fond of hunting expedition. As a king, it was his duty to see that the wild animals from the forest do not come to the city. He grew that way. He married Kausalya. He had a daughter by her, Shanta, and he did not have children, male children. He married Sumitra, he married Kaikeyi. In the net result, he does not have sons. He wants a son to rule the kingdom, not for his personal gratification. This is to be properly understood. Many people must understand. He is not an impotent man, nor is his wife a barren woman. They already have a child, Shanta. To prove that he is not impotent, to prove that Kausalya is not barren. And for the children to be begotten, there are three conditions. Number one, the seed should be strong and pure. The soil should be pure and available. The third, appropriate time. If the seed is ready, soil is not ready. It's not rainy season. Women have seasons. Man has to nourish the seed for 2 months. If you want children, males, parents, fathers should maintain a vratam. For 2 years, the child seed will be present in the body. Dasharatha Maharaj could not have, and the appropriate time. Therefore, they had to go to Putra Kameshti. Here, Bhishma I bring into the field. Dharmaraj asked a question. My dear Bhishma ji, what is the qualification for marriage? To become an MP, there is a qualification. To become a professor, there is a qualification. To be a chancellor, governor, there is a qualification. To marry, is it enough if one is a man and another is a woman? No. Then Bhishma gives, marriage is not a license to lust. Marriage is not a license to lust. It is a sacred trust reposed in the conquerors of lust to provide the society with boys and girls of sterling character. Now, Dasharatha Maharaj went in for a hunting expedition. He had Shabda Vedi. Vedi means knowledge. Shabda Vedi means they have the knowledge by listening to the sound from a particular place. He was sitting under the shade of a tree. He heard the sound. An elephant at a particular distance is drinking water from a pond. He thought it was a wild animal. He wanted to test his Shabda Vedi. He took his bow and arrow, released the shaft. It went, penetrated into the chest of a boy who was collecting water into his pot. It resembled the sound of an elephant drinking water. He mistook. The shaft killed the boy. He was collecting water. His father and mother were at the bank of the river or pond. He was trying to collect the water to quench the thirst of the parents. Now, boy is dead. Dasharatha went, looked at the boy, carried that dead body to the old blind parents, who were sitting on the bank of the pond. He told the truth. By mistake, I killed your son. I have brought the water to quench your thirst. Both the parents got angry with Dasharatha. You do not deserve to be the king of Ayodhya. You don't have humanism. And we curse you as we are dying in the absence of our son. You will also die in the absence of your children, your sons. Dasharatha wept, profusely apologized, fell at their feet, and he returned to Ayodhya, went straight to Vasishtha, fell at his feet. Maharshi Ji, I committed a blunder crime. I am a sinner. I got the curse from the blind old parents. He was weeping and telling what had happened. Vasishtha was smiling and enjoying. Catalyst. Who? Vasishtha. My dear Dasharatha, I don't know why you are weeping, why you are sorrowful, why you are suffering. What they said is not a curse, it's a boon. How, sir? How, sir? Then Vasishtha said, but repeat the curse of those people. You will die when your sons are not by your side. Do you have children now? Do you have your sons now? You will die only when your sons are absent. That means your sons will be born to you. You keep them always with you. You will never die. Why don't you look at the positive side? A catalyst shows the positive way. A catalyst instills faith, hope, shraddha, bhakti, and that is an educator. However depressed the student may be, Arjuna came to the battlefield, looked at the armies, got depressed. He was in despondency, despair. Krishna looked. No, this is not correct. The entire Bhagavad Gita is a positive catalyst's word. Krishna is a positive catalyst. He quickened, and Arjuna was set right. Karishye vachanam tava. Now, what I am trying to drive home here is a catalyst has always to be positive. Negative also. For what? To make the sin ripened. That's what Narada did positively to some people, negatively to some people. Krishna also did it. He has prepared everybody either for the victory, success, victory, or defeat or death. Both the things were done by Krishna catalyst. Now, in the Ramayana, I said positive catalyst, negative catalyst. We will go to the story part of it. Sri Ramachandra Prabhu was a young boy of 16 years. And an educator, Vishwamitra, came. He was doing the welfare activity. Welfare activity in Sanskrit is called yajna. Yajna translated into simple English is welfare activity. You give food, welfare, annadana. You give vidya, yajna, welfare. Anything may be given for the welfare of others. It's called welfare activity, yajna. Rishi yajna, Deva yajna, etc., etc. Bhagavad Gita speaks. We are to do yajna because we consider others with the human heart, humanism. We are catalysts. And in the beginning, Vishwamitra came. He was doing a welfare activity without any selfish motto. No benefit for him. Disha is an organization meant for the welfare activity without an axe to grind. Vishwamitra came. spotted the talent. Educational system should search for the right talent in the children. Are we doing it? Are we conducting a talent search examination? Everybody wants to become a doctor or engineer. Everybody wants to become a minister or a governor. Whether I deserve it or not, whether I have the talent or not, whether I have the spark or not, nobody is to test. Everybody is ambitious, greedy. Now Vishwamitra says there must be the spark, the right talent. He darted his searchlight to protect his welfare activity, to support his welfare activity, to encourage his welfare activity. He wanted the young boys and girls. That's what Disha wants now. To save this country, to promote this country. The young boys and girls with character are needed. With the right attitude are needed. Vishwamitra conducted that test, darted the searchlight. He found the young boy of 16 years to be worthy enough to support the welfare activity. He came all the way. Universities came to the door of the student. In those days, I give a practical example. There was in Andhra Pradesh a person called Mallampalli Somasekhar Sharma. He belonged to West Godavari district. He was only a matriculate. His hobby was to do research in history. He did. And in those days there were dailies. He wrote a beautiful article, a research article in one of the dailies. The Vice Chancellor then of Visakhapatnam Andhra University was one Kattamanchi Ramalinga Reddy. He read that article, went all the way from Visakhapatnam to that village where this Mallampalli Somasekhar Sharma was available. Sir, I read your article. I studied your mind. I was able to understand your talent, your research activity. You are the right person to head the history department in my university. Then Mallampalli Somasekhar Sharma, sorry sir, I am only a matriculate. I don't believe in the qualifications. Please come. And he made him the head of the department of history to guide the research scholars. That was how the students were selected. Staff members also were selected. Jnanananda, a person who did research in physics. He was in Himalayas. Same Kattamanchi Ramalinga Reddy went to his ashram, invited him, made him the professor of physics in Andhra University. If such privileges are given to the vice chancellors today, Mama Macha will come and hold the offices. This is the catalyst. You quicken the process. Don't wait for him for the formal degrees. The talent is to be searched for. It has to be brought to the right place to be useful to society. Humanism. In the past and in the present, you find Krishna or Rama or Vasishtha doing this work. Vishwamitra came, took him, and 14 days of a mobile Gurukul. Sri Krishna was there in the stationary Gurukul for 64 days. Rama's Gurukul Abhyasa was before the practical theory. Krishna's was practical first, theory next. At the age of 16, they both went. Sandipani was the master of the Gurukul, educator. And Sri Krishna underwent the school education there along with Sudama. We have the entire history narrated. Ramachandra Prabhu passed through the Gurukul life along with Lakshmana under the training of Vishwamitra for 14 days. Flexible was the system. Sincere were the teachers. Welfare activity based on humanism, and they were the catalysts. Vishwamitra was the catalyst. He gave him the moral education. When Tataki came, Vishwamitra asked Rama to kill. Is it right to kill a woman, sir? Morality. And he clarified, this is the positive catalyst work that Vishwamitra or Vasishtha did. Negative catalyst, a turning point in the story. Vishwamitra gave a turning point by giving him the skill in archery, took Rama to Mithila and got him married, and he withdrew, did his work. Chanakya withdrew. Once he established the right king on the throne, he withdrew. That is the educator's policy. Now axe to grind. Surpanaka politician. Kaikeyi politician. Who is a politician? Any person who works for the power, who works for the position, who works for the selfishness, who is greedy, is a politician. Kaikeyi is a politician because she wanted to grab the kingdom for her son. She had no other consideration, power and position. Surpanaka, Kama. She came to Ram, I love you. He showed Lakshmana, she went to Lakshmana. Lakshmana showed Rama, she went back to Rama. They played football with her. She was in between these two. Was it love? Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds, Shakespeare. And this Surpanaka is a lustful woman. Wherever you find lust, desire for fame, desire for name, desire for money, desire for gratification of the senses, he or she is a politician. And she came, guided the story of Ramayana into a wrong way. Sita was stolen. Surpanaka went and poisoned the mind of Ravana. He in turn came, the first great cheater was Ravana, hypocrite. He went in the disguise of a sannyasi. Sannyasis are the imposters today. It is not new, it was there in Ramayana. Ravana came in the disguise of a sannyasi. And Kaikeyi, on account of her selfishness, gave a turning point to the story of Ramayana. You find Vishwamitra and Vasishtha catalysts in the Ramayana. You find Surpanaka and Kaikeyi politicians in the Ramayana. These two gave the rise, those two gave the fall. This organization has to identify the good and bad, and it should be in a position to be the catalyst to do righteous work. And in the present context of yoga, we were all subhuman according to Parinama Siddhanta, the theory of evolution. From the subhuman, we have come to be human. From human, we have to go up to be superhuman, fall down to be subhuman, divert to be inhuman. The option is given to you. We have the option either to remain as a human being or to grow to be a superhuman being, divert into an inhuman being, Rakshasa, or revert to the subhuman species like a buffalo, jackal. In Tamil Nadu, there was a Ramalinga Swami, a great sage. In the street, people would be walking and he will see one person, see, a jackal is going. Another person is going, see, a scorpion is going. Another person says, see, a snake is going. The traits of the subhuman species are available with us. Don't we have the cunningness of a jackal? Intelligence, in wrong direction, selfish direction it goes, it's called cleverness. Intelligence, if it goes in the welfare activities for the serving of others, it's called wisdom. Same are intelligence. Intelligence is powerful of working negatively like a cunning politician, capable of working wisdom of a sage. Both are requiring catalysts. And in our life's journey, we have to do the catalyst. There are four great rishis in this country. A rishi is a researcher. A rishi is a propagator. Rishi is a person of discovering the truth in every walk of life, in every field of study. What he discovers, he practices acharya and he propagates. A rishi is always present then, now, everywhere. Ramayana or Mahabharata are full of rishis. When Ramachandra Prabhu went to the forest with Sita and Lakshmana, it's not Rama going, it is everybody going. From Ayodhya, where everything is on time, very comfortable, enjoyable, they have gone to the forest where everything is uncertain. Any danger may happen, there may be a cyclone, there may be a volcano, there may be a fire breaking, there may be a heavy storm, cyclone, anything may happen in the forest. And this man with buddhi, Rama, this man with mind, Sita, this man with body, Lakshmana. Everybody is a combination of Rama, Sita, Lakshmana. Rama is present in us as buddhi, Sita is present in us as mind of feelings, Lakshmana is present in us as body. Lakshmana did everything to bring the buddhi and manas together. And in the subhuman species, what is the quality? Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maiduna. First Rishi came, looked at Rama plus Sita plus Lakshmana, buddhi, manas and body. Mister, you have to become superhuman. I am a catalyst. I tell you the method. I shall quicken the progress. What should you do? Control your diet. Ahara. Agastyaha niyataharaha. Agastya is a rishi, a researcher in many, many subjects. And most important of all the subjects is he meditated, concentrated, he did research on food habits. Control that food. They passed the examination. They went to the second Rishi, Sutikshana Maharshi. He said, control your sleep. If you are able to overcome the urge to run away into sleep, you will not conquer. Karyaturanam na sukham na nidra. And then they went to the third Rishi, Sharabhanga Maharshi. Mr. Ram, Sita, Lakshman, man, I am a catalyst. I want you to rise to the top. Don't yield to the temptations. Cricket match. You cannot concentrate on mathematics. Close the TV. Don't look at the opposite gender. Have your destiny, have your destination fixed. And that is the catalyst. Sharabhanga Maharshi. Shara is arrow. Arjuna's bow is called Gandivam. Ramachandra Prabhu's bow is called Kodandam. Both are same apparatus, same tools, but one has got Gandivam name, another has Kodandam. Similarly, arrows are used by all the people. Only that particular arrow used by Manmatha is called Sharam. And he darted it. Shiva opened the third eye. Manmatha was reduced to ashes. What does it mean? It's a simple message. When you want to achieve something, don't get tempted by the petty attractions. Be strong. And that was Sharabhanga Maharshi, another catalyst. Finally, Bharadwaja Maharshi. Bharadwajaha Nirbhayaha. Be not afraid. If you are afraid, you lose everything. All the 8 volumes of Swami Vivekananda, if you crush them, squeeze them, only one word remains, and that is be fearless. All the Upanishads, if you crush them, squeeze them, only one word remains, Abhi, be fearless. Go to any temple, the Dakshina Hasta of the deity there is Abhaya Hasta. Fear destroys. Fear makes us nothing. Be bold, be strong, Abhi. And that is the message, that is the catalyst. To become superhuman, we have to. But nowadays, I conclude with an episode. All these catalysts are not able to be successful. Sorry. It's a drop in the ocean of negativism. How many people are in the street? How many come here, listen to you? If Disha is able to reach some people, what is the percentage of its observance? What is our impact in reality, ground reality? See the YouTubes, see the crimes, see the sins. Satan says in Melton's Paradise Lost, oh God, people build temples, go to the sanctum sanctorum, but they follow me. They tell lies. They are corrupt. They are cruel. People in practice are the followers of Satan. People in the temples are verbal worshippers of our God. Now, last, Pandavas have won. Bhishma was on the bed of arrows. Dharmaraj said, I don't want the kingdom, I don't want the crown, I don't want the throne. I am the cause for the bloodshed. I am responsible for so many people's death. I don't want. Krishna might have felt that he need not repeat another time Bhagavad Gita. Already he told once. He took now Dharmaraj to Bhishma. As soon as Krishna came, Bhishma wept. Then Krishna asked Bhishma, Tata, why are you sorrowful? Why are you shedding tears? Why are you weeping? Bhishma said, Krishna, you are God. You are always with Pandavas. But how many sufferings Pandavas had? Though they had Sri Krishna in full flesh and blood by their side all the time, they had lived in the forest. They were put to sufferings. They lived a life of torture. God could not save them. Then Krishna said, my dear Bhishma, I have to tell the same thing about you. You are such a great catalyst. You are such a great humanist. You are such a great righteous person. All the time you were with Duryodhana, Dusta Chatustaya. You went on preaching them. You went on teaching them. You went on giving right guidance to them. But they could not be changed. They continued to be bad. Let us get reconciled. If people do not follow, let us not get dispirited. We are evolving. Swami Vivekananda says, the society is a dog's tail. We do our best because we cannot keep quiet. Let us try to educate the society, and finally, let us organize an educators' academy, an academy of educators, not teachers. Let us mold their lives. I have every right and authority to speak because for 25 long years, I molded the lives of my students, living with them all the 24 hours. I did not only teach, I took every student, I lived with every student, and every student's habits, food habits, health, everything I took care. I want every educational institution to play the role of a mother, father, teacher, and all that. Then only we can think of glorifying this country. Our ancients did it. We have forgotten. Not only India, remember that. Even England was depending upon the residential schools. When Charles II came and stopped the residential schools, the deterioration of the British Empire started. Residential schools or gurukulas are the need of the society. Let there be an academy of educators as a branch of this disorganization. We should go to the ground reality, see to it that we live the life which we preach, and we propagate that. Life influences life. Your speeches do not influence the life. Let us try to build such leaders. Let us try to make such a great statesman for the glory of the country. I am very, very glad Disha has started in that direction. May it fructify its efforts and establish institutions, an academy of educators. Thank you very much. God bless you. Exactly 60 minutes I spoke. On that watch, 7:20 I started, 6:20 I started, it ended at 7:20 or 8. 60 minutes I spoke. There is a watch. I don't know whether that watch is running right or wrong.
We didn't mind if it was not running as well. We didn't even know that 60 minutes have passed with this speaking. We thought that we really
lived the times of Ramayana and Mahabharata, and this really gave us a way to check ourselves. Are we in the right position when we are standing in front of the young minds, when we are telling something? It paved us the way to check within ourselves our values. So thank you so much for leading us through that, sir. Before we end today's session, I would like to ask audience if there is any question that you want to ask, sir. If not, there is a bombardment of questions that I've got. With your kind permission, I will ask only one. Yes, of course. Okay. The question that I have got from our volunteers was, can we consider Dronacharya as a catalyst of society? Arjuna, with being Arjuna and Ekalavya, is it right to consider it as a positive nourishment and negative manipulation?
Both. On the side of Arjuna and Ashwatthama, he was positive. As far as Ekalavya is considered, he is negative. Why? The negative catalyst role of Dronacharya was the need of the society. The teacher should find out the deserts or the deservingness of the student. If you give a blade to the baby of 1 year, the blade will be put to wrong use. A pistol in the hands of a mad man will be put to wrong use. Pakvam illame, if the person does not have that pakvam of the mind, it will be put to wrong use. Drona knows that the proper values are not available with Ekalavya. Vedic wisdom cannot be given to everybody. Similarly, army training cannot be given to everybody. Everybody cannot be asked to be the Prime Minister of this country also. There is a test. Drona is a catalyst to promote the qualities of archery in Arjun and to deprive the abilities of Ekalavya for the warfare. There is no ripeness here. There is ripeness and worthiness in here. And therefore, a catalyst has to play the role of both. And that is what is said by Krishna, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam. dharma samsthapanarthaya. Ultimate impact of the teacher or catalyst lies in dharma samsthapana. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirbhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srujamyaham. I will be born as a catalyst to bring destruction to the evil, to promote the righteousness and protect it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Subrahmanyan sir. This was one of the many episodes that we will be having with Subrahmanyan sir. It would be a privilege to have you again and again and enlighten us with your wonderful words. I request Lavanya to present the vote of thanks.
Namaste. My pranams and sincere gratitude to Dr. K. Subrahmanyan ji for the most captivating talk on teachers' catalysts of social change, lessons from epics. Ji, your points that beautifully brought out catalysts in our epics. Every character that you narrated came to life before our eyes, and it helped us see these characters and their actions with new clarity. And these catalysts indicated through the epics how to be and how not to be. And also your thought-provoking words that urged us to choose who we want to be over who we should not be. And a few points are the few points that we will continue to ponder upon in days to come. So our heartfelt gratitude and pranams to you. I'd like to thank Adhyatma Yoga Academy for providing us this space and to giving us an opportunity to conduct this program. We thank Subbu Bhaiya and Atikanta Bhaiya as well. We also extend our heartfelt gratitude to all the audience present here and also who joined us online. And we'd like to thank Benega Caterers who have arranged for Prasadam, and we'd like to thank Sri Ranga and Gagan for supporting us through live streaming this particular program. But last but not least, most importantly, I request our founder secretary Rekha ma'am to offer a small humble token of gratitude to Subrahmanyan.
God bless you. May you be blessed.
Thank you so much. Conducted by BHarat. This is a monthly talk series, and this time we had teachers as a catalyst from epics from ethics. Next month we'll be back with one more wonderful topic and an esteemed guest to enlighten us on the knowledge of epics. Till then, Dhanyavad, Vande Mataram, Jai Hind. A few instructions to follow. I request, this program has got live streamed, as you all know, on our